Hello, guys. Good evening, good afternoon. Today is September 12th, another episode of our trade recaps and daily teachings by Ripster. So, guys, another good day wrapped up. Our main play today was Oracle short. So, we'll go through every play, talk about the setups, what was the market profile in the morning, in the pre-market, what were we looking at, and how did all pan out for us today. So let's go first look at the market today, what market was doing. So market was gapping down today. So we had a gap down on SPY and QQQ. So what was the setup right out of the gate? We were looking at gap down. Gap down. Either we were looking at gap down long or gap down short on the market. So what was happening was the market, I had my levels here. So if you see SPY, the resistance levels were 448.20 right here, and the support level was 446.50 right here, this area. So after 10 a.m. it did not make any trend. So we started to chop, up, down, chop. And then it held the yesterday's lows, little dip, and back up. And then from the resistance, you see here, pop down. QQQ was weaker. So if you see, it faded after 10 a.m. So there was no clear setup to trade today. It was a choppy initially. Although, so let's look at our QQQ resistance. So it was 376.30 area. So that was my resistance right here. It never could clear that resistance and then faded back, right? So this is like a 10 a.m. rejection setup here. And then we could trade this break of lows for the fade, and today was Apple news. So we were trading the Apple. We had some midday trades on Apple that we will talk about. So market overall, this was the trend, gap down, gap down long, never confirmed because it never went over EMA Clouds or made a new high after 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. concept, very important, guys. 10 a.m., 10:15, very important concept. So that was the market for us. So VIX levels were 14.10, 14, and 14.35. VIX initially faded. That's why when SPY pushed, and when VIX bounced from this daily support right here, you see that's why market flushed. So the only trade that was good was this flush at 10 a.m. on QQQ, and there was bunch of other good trades on the based upon the levels. Meta was a good short, but I will go through them. You can screenshot the levels, go back, see how they worked out, and review it yourself. So anyways, this morning we reviewed at all the news. I went through my first news source, went through the second news source. Oracle was on the watch list. Apple was on the watch list due to the event. CVS was on the watch list as well. So, and Bitcoin plays, guys. Bitcoin plays. Bitcoin was gapping up. As you see, Bitcoin was on my watch list, and I put coin on my watch list as well. So out of the gate, we had some good winners on coin, and I'll show you how we traded Tesla. So let's look at Tesla trade. So Tesla initially, it was under this EMA Clouds, right? So it was under this EMA Cloud. So 270 was my level. Here you see 270 was my level for today's level. So out of the gate, I did short Tesla. Before I go to Tesla, these were the pre-market plan. Oracle, bearish bias, bearish to neutral, all day fade. I'll show you in a bit. Disney versus EMA Cloud, another idea that worked. We were watching some biotechs, did not take any trade there. AAP was a bearish bias. You can see all day fade on AAP, all day fade on Oracle. So I lay out my plan in the pre-market for everyone. And today I was so proud of so many who didn't trade what I trade, but they traded their own. I just helped with the watch list and the setups, and people were done. If you see, If I show you here, down here, let's see, let's go. So everybody was done by 10 a.m. Mostly 60% of room was green, only 11% were red. 32% were flat because, they were not ready in the pre-market, they just came at the open. So that's not how it works. You have to be ready. Just you get ready for work, your tasks, you have to be ready in pre-market with the plan. You have a plan, you trade a plan. You look at the setups, follow your system. That's what you need to do. So anyways, Oracle, Disney, AAP, Tesla, I will talk about it in a minute. Amazon, we were watching under the EMA Clouds for bearish buys, but it was choppy. I did not take the trade. Meta was not my trade, but the idea was bearish buys under the level. Let's see what was the level. 306.50, 305. So 306.50 right here was the support, and what was the resistance? 308. 30904.
LAZ,
30904. That's where it rejected the first candle, made a wick into the EMA Clouds, and then dropped further for all day fade. That was my bias. That's what my system was telling me, to have a bearish to neutral bias.
Announcing their
so bearish bias, as you see right before the open, that was my bias. And then Oracle was fading already. So we were ready, and I was short in Oracle right out of the gate.
Revenue of
beautiful trade,
million,
just
176.874 million.
Right, you see,
that's better than 172.86 million.
Coin, I was long. Why was I long? Because of the Bitcoins. Bitcoin was strong. We were ready in the pre-market, and I saw that coin was breaking nicely over. If I want to see here, it was nicely breaking out of that candle, although it's a failed breakout, but we were out by then. We got, so if you see, I was in the coin right at open, so we got almost $3 on the coin trade. So that was a big win. Right, let's talk about Tesla. So Tesla, I was short initially, right? So I was short right at the open. We can look at the 2-minute candle. So I was short because of the 270 break. I was profitable, right? Short was working. I covered some here, but guess what? It started to reclaim the support. When it starts to reclaim the support, then I know I didn't get a lower low, lower high, and 10-minute was swiping back up. So I exited my short. Let's see. 2-point flush, right, on Tesla. Then I was covering because QQQ was bouncing, market was bouncing, so I was covering my Tesla short, and then I was long on Tesla, clear levels, because once I saw that. And then furthermore, when Tesla was pushing, we were watching this 275 breakout. Why? 275 is part of our system based upon the pre-market high level. And guess what? Broke out of 275, we gave 278. What does my 10 a.m. rule tell us? My 10 a.m. rule of day trading tells me you take your profits at 10 a.m. Then you see what market is doing, what is not doing. And we were out of the profits right here, held some. When 275 didn't hold, the previous breakout didn't hold, time to take out most of your position and then wait. And then guess what? Tesla faded after that. 270 failed. We actually scalped this 270 break. So it's all about level, guys. Trading indicators, everything comes afterward. Learn levels, learn support resistance, how the price works. So you see 270 held, 270 held, 270 gave up. 270 tried to reclaim, gave up. Nice fade into the close for the midday of end of the day short scalps. So yeah, so that was Tesla. I was short, covered, almost a little win because I covered in a timely manner. I know some people did not cover because they held and it squeezed them and they got out. That's why you have to trade your own plan, right? So reason I started the short was if market was weak, made lower low, I could add into the short. But when my system says no, get back long, and you can see here, right? When I'm short, I say short, right? And when I get long, I say get long, right? And when I said get long, in 10 minutes, look at the push, $6 since then, right? So then Disney, I said we watch the strong pullbacks. Look at that. Disney pulled back after 10 a.m. to EMA Clouds. You wait for your idle entry, EMA Clouds and pre-market support, and watch what the pullback did. It's right in front of you what the system is doing, right? So we were doing that. Then came our Rivian trade open, good breakout, right? I saw that scan coming up. I even posted on Twitter about the Rivian breakout right here. Again, that was also failed breakout, but we locked our profit when we saw these wicks. You see these wicks 1, 2, 3, 4 means there's a seller here. That's your warning to lock the profits and move your stops up. And we were out by the time it faded and were not interested in that, but it was a nice move on Rivian right out of the gate. I was on the voice for a nice scalp of 60-70 cents. So coin was a big one as well. So coin was big winner as well at the open. Our Roblox swing was moving nicely, still moving nicely. Roblox swing is intact, and as you see, okay. And then AAP. So what that was my short. AAP clear eject, and I saw people in the forum, they hit the short themselves, did not wait for me because I can't trade everything. But another idea that worked out perfectly, all day fade. I was in Oracle though, right? Oracle short going towards the target. 110 was my first target. I covered most at 110. I could not add a big size at the pop. I was busy, but since I'm already profitable, I can risk more to re-add. Look at this resistance and EMA Clouds. Support becomes resistance. So another fade, right? Those options return 200%, 300%. So that's how you grow account on the option trades. But if you are trading with the stocks, very easy, A+ short setup when it broke the pre-market. So you see the difference, right? Tesla held and bounced, but they rejected and made lower low, lower highs. That's why you hold your Oracle short. All right, so out of the gate, you see we had good win on Tesla, coin, Rivian, Oracle was our all-day short, AAP was our all-day short. Here's my guidance. Oracle is coming to 110 target. Tesla, my target was 278, but when we hit the target, right? But when the seller was there, was time to get out. So Oracle, when breaks 110, we get more fade. That's what I said, and that's what we got. Once it breaks 110, big fade. Missed the CVNA breakout today, so that didn't help. We're covering the Oracle all day, covering the AAP short all day. Meta was a short, not my trade, but guiding the traders on that trade. So it was beautiful. We did so something to note on Apple, right? So Apple, when the event came up, I mentioned, let me show you Apple. So we were locking the AAP short. So let's look at it. And the banks were strong today, right? I shared the banks were strong today. Always look what market is doing. Always look at the heat map. What sector is strong? If you were on the bank side in the morning, they gave nice trades today. So if you're a day trader, remember, especially in the large caps, keep eyes on the sectors. I shared this JPM setup, which I actually like for a swing as well. But it really broke out and pushed nicely for a nice trade if somebody took it on JPM. So as you see, all the ideas I share is based upon a setup, a repeatable setup, not randomly that I like something, right? And if I personally see a good entry, I take it, based upon risk reward. But the key is to understand that the trading is based upon repeating your repeatable setups every day, day in, day out. Look at what setup is there. Figure out if you can enter based upon your system, what is your entry, what is your target. That's all you need to do. All right, so let's see what we did on Apple. So see, I was saying cautious on Tesla if 270 breaks, and that's what it did, faded more. Uber was nice call by Win yet again, very really nicely, initial pop. Big fade in the close. Once this breaks 334.50, you need to start closing your day trades. CVS moved nicely after the dip. So no real loss today. I played all the good setups. You didn't get chopped on SPY QQQ. Oracle was big win, as you see. So okay, so Apple, this was the resistance on Apple. What did I say? 178 and 34.50, big resistance per my day trading system. And that look at it, one it rejected and it faded back. I did scalp it, I did scalp the short. This faded, and then it broke this 176s. I did scalp it, a dip, and then it came back, rejected again. I covered, but I was guiding people to scalp because you see 512 EMAs never regained. So nice fade into close. So that was just a scalp, and also the Tesla midday scalp. And these are B minus setup, guys. Middle of the day, end of the day. You size small, you made good profits in the morning. You had your A plus setups in the morning, and these are just B minus setups where you're looking for small wins, small risk, right? See, I was scalping short scalp there. Tesla was lower. So that's the key. Grade your setups. Grade your setups. So here you go. You see this breakdown, EMA Cloud, break under the previous support. You can see what Apple did right here. Apple, let's see at this chart right here. Bounce from this level once, twice, thrice. Next time it failed, right? And then it dipped back. And if you were chasing the short when Apple was dipping here, then your entry was wrong. Your risk levels are higher. It's your mistake that you're adding away from the risk, and that's not a good entry. You have to wait for the bounce, and where you can see that the trend rejection is still holding. So best fade was this first rejection into the catalyst when the Apple event was going on. So Meta short, you see that I talked about earlier, worked perfectly. Oracle short, you see this EMA Cloud rejection, all day fade on Oracle, the big win today. We were watching NVIDIA, never triggered with the market. If it had triggered this, would have traded it. Airbnb today was good. I was talking about Airbnb on this. I can show you guys quickly Airbnb, the swing setup. So if you look here, Airbnb, so what did I say on Airbnb on September 8th? Nice daily breakout, might see continuation into 150, daily breakout right here, resistance level, twice, thrice breakout. And look at it, it touched that 150 target, right? So Airbnb was good. So you need to understand support and resistance are the first and foremost thing that you need to focus on. Support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support before you even think about EMAs or any other indicators. They are all secondary, right? So learn that and incorporate it into your system, have a setup. So my system of EMA Clouds, my fixed concepts that I teach day in, day out, go to my website, go to my Twitter, watch all my trade recaps, you will see a consistency. And that's how we stay consistency, because we avoid big losses. We only play when the system tells us. And it's in front of you, right? You see what I say and what happens, right? It's not like I'm saying after the fact. And that's that's the reason I do these videos, so every one of you can build your own system, have a conviction. You don't need to trade my system. You need to trade your own system. And you don't need to trade alerts. Alerts will only get you so far. That's why for my community, my followers, I have always been teaching, learn and execute yourself. Yeah, you can get ideas from me. I'm happy, you're making money on my ideas. But the point is, one of my ideas goes bad and you might lose it all because you are just trading an alert and you just went to sleep and didn't see what happened and you lost, And it will happen. The losses will happen. As you see, yesterday I had a loss. You know, every day, sometimes the morning setups we get squeezed, but I cover my losses small. I watch my entries. So you have to be ready where you enter. You have to manage very closely. If the setup is not A plus, don't take it. If the stock is already moved, don't chase it. If you don't have an entry, it can go to moon or it can fade to wherever it wants to fade. So anyways, so those shorts were closed in end of the day. So that was it, guys. Short recap today. Oracle A plus setup short, AAP A plus setup short, Tesla short, got little squeezed, but no harm done and longed it. And then midday trades on Apple and Tesla based upon the EMA Clouds. I did guide some fades on the SPY and QQQ into the close. That was good scalps as well in the community. So it was a great day. A lot of participation from everyone in the community. Some new, lot of my new YouTube followers joined the community. They had a good day. So definitely was very nice day. Proud of today. So all right, guys. Hopefully this time I'm not muted, and I will see you guys tomorrow. You know, come trade with us. Link to join my community is in description and in the videos. Follow me on Twitter for more education. Go to my website, ripstereducation.com. Give me a follow and turn your notifications on, and I'll be here again teaching you the daily day trade teachings. All right. God bless you all. Take care. Bye.